Well, good morning, people of God out there. Welcome to this wonderful inspirational content. I am having water this morning. Today is our 233rd day to this awesome challenge. A brand new day to face another Bible challenge. And we are going to read 1 Samuel, the 7th chapter today. The Amplified Version is the translation that I'll be reading from. Just follow along the best you can if you don't have the Amplified Version. We're going to get started right now. So the men of Kiriath Jearim came and took the ark of the Lord and brought it into the house of Abinadab on the hill, and consecrated Eleazar his son to have charge of the ark of the Lord. And the ark remained in Kiriath Jearim a very long time, nearly 100 years. Through Samuel's entire judgeship, Saul's reign, and well into David's, when it was brought to Jerusalem, for it was 20 years before all the house of Israel lamented after the Lord. Then Samuel said to all the house of Israel, if you are returning to the Lord with all your heart, then put away the foreign gods and the Ashtaroth from among you, and direct your hearts to the Lord, and serve him only, and he will deliver you out of the hand of the Philistines. So the Israelites put away the Baals and the Ashtaroth, which is the idol gods, and served the Lord only. Samuel said, gather all Israel to Mizpah, and I will pray to the Lord for you. So they gathered at Mizpah and drew water and poured it out before the Lord, and fasted on that day, and said, there, we have sinned against the Lord. And Samuel judged the Israelites at Mizpah. Now when the Philistines heard that the Israelites had gathered at Mizpah, the lords of the Philistines went up against Israel. And when the Israelites heard of it, they were afraid of the Philistines. And the Israelites said to Samuel, do not cease to cry to the Lord our God for us, that he will save us from the hand of the Philistines. So Samuel took a sucking lamb and offered it as a whole burnt offering to the Lord. And Samuel cried to the Lord for Israel, and the Lord answered him. As Samuel was offering up the burnt offering, the Philistines drew near to attack Israel. But the Lord thundered with a great voice that day against the Philistines, and drew them into confusion, and they were defeated before Israel. May God add a blessing to the reading of his wonderful word. And the summary today, y'all, really tells the story. And it's kind of lengthy, but it's very interesting. So I hope you all get out of it what I got out of it. And so the summary begins with the events in 1 Samuel 7 happen immediately after the Philistines have returned the Ark of the Covenant to the Israelites. The men of Kiriath Jearim come to the town where the ark was sent and bring it to the home of a man called Abinadab. There they charge the man's son Eleazar to safeguard the ark. It stays in this spot for 20 years, and the Israelites mourn after it and wish to commune with God. Samuel tells them to stop worshiping foreign gods and worship one God only. This would end their oppression with the Philistines. The Israelites heed to Samuel's words and stop worshiping pagan gods and serve the one God only, capital G. Then Samuel tells them to come to Mizpah, which they do. They pour out water there to confess their sins. The Philistines planned to attack the Israelites because they learned that the Israelites are all now at Mizpah. They plead to Samuel for help, and Samuel offers a lamb to God, and God hears him. While the sacrifice was still being burnt, the Philistines come to attack the Israelites. But God sends up such a thunderous noise that the Philistines panic, and the men of Israel go out and destroy them. God helps Israel to win. Amen. Samuel sets up a stone, calling it Ebenezer, stone of help, as a memorial. The Israelites take back all the towns that the Philistines captured. The Philistines did not invade the Israelites again for the rest of Samuel's life. They gave back the towns they had captured, and there even was peace between the Amorites and the Israelites. Samuel spends the rest of his life as a traveling judge, but always comes back to his hometown of Ramah. What a wonderful, wonderful story, y'all. What a wonderful story. Wow, wow, wow. And, this Bible challenge is awesome because some things are very confusing, even with the Google summary. But sometimes God blesses us to come to those very chapters where everything just fall into place. And so it is meant for us to understand some things better than other things. And the things that seems to hit me the most, it seems to hit me at the right time, and this chapter it just warmed my soul. These chapters about Samuel and how God first used him as a child, as a young prophet. He would prophesy the things that were to come, and he became known as a prophet. And now we learn in this chapter how he became a traveling judge. He just was this wonderful Nazarite that stayed loyal to God. We learned about Samson. He was also a Nazarite from birth, but Samson made a whole lot of mistakes. I mean, he did make amends with God before the end. He did. But it's just wonderful to stay faithful to God. And, we know he's a God of second chances and third chances, and he's full of grace and mercy. But it's wonderful how Samuel stayed with God, and it lets us know that we can stay with God too. Yeah, we make mistakes. We do. We might be little Samsons ourselves. We might be. But it's not too late to be a Samuel, It's not too late to just give our lives to the Lord, our hearts, our minds, and everything. And I just really enjoyed this chapter. So let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. And y'all stay blessed and stay safe and stay warm. And that's all I have. Bye.